Our entire behavior also is controlled by the influence that and label that we have put around us. You're trying to tell you're very rich, so already labeled.
There was just news that I read somewhere that you bought back, put in hundreds of crores.
Human birth is a suffering. I don't agree with it. Because if that is so, why are we alive? That choice is always with you. So the humans, to me, I think they're born in holism. Every species is miracle. Companies are nothing but a species because they are living companies. What is the point of technology which is not for the benefit of humans? Whatever you do with excellence, do it for the benefits of the society, and while kind of giving comfort to humans, don't create imbalance in the other part. So I was never greedy that I should get famous. If I've done my job honestly, sincerely, that is the reward in itself.
How do you see work itself right now?
There's no hunger. Hunger means you are already possessed by something. That means your future is dependent whether that thing happens or not.
Sure. What's its importance and how do you align? There is
allocation of time. That's the time management. When I'm in office, it's only office.
What made you transition? What was the restlessness? What was beyond?
Basically, having the freedom of doing what I want to without being judged.
Okay.
That's all. You say, what is the biggest surprise in the world? And Yudhishthir says that every day we see people die, and yet we believe individually that we want. This is not for us.
I got really humbled when I experienced, which is one of the reasons this started, when I experienced my mother's death very closely.
If something doesn't go your way and you despair, then you are in the trap.
Who's worth impressing?
Nobody. You should impress yourself, not by ego,
yes,
by understanding.
Why is emotions important to understand?
In actual position, we are all bundle of fear. Somebody who can break away from it is salvation. So if fear was not ingrained in you when you were born, you will die next moment. I met Osho. He used to be Acharya Rajneesh. Don't get married to an idea. So that doesn't happen, it hurts you then. Don't get attached. Detachment is actually the true philosophy.
How do you see fulfillment?
Fulfillment automatically comes in this.
How do you think about AI and what role does it have today and what it does not serve?
I think AI has been long due. We were promised that in 70s, that 80s your tea will be solved by a robot.
Yeah.
So I've been quite frankly very disappointed with the progress and the pace.
So for somebody who is transitioning to the new state that they don't identify yet within this uncertainty and they are gripped by fear, how can they break through the shackle right now?
Then should.
In this podcast, I connected with LC Singh. He is known by many labels. He's a founder of Nihilent Ltd, which operates across different countries. He's ex-CEO of Zensar, writer of movie Banaras, an IIT and HBS alum. I get into his journey past all these labels, frankly, and as an agent of change. His lived experiences, his perspectives on career, money, life, and more at age 77. We get into what brings meaning in work for him today, his transition from corporate executive roles at top companies to starting up Nihilent, and why he did not take his company to IPO when he had that option. In fact, later on, he put in hundreds of crores in the company at around age 75. His response and how it feels to be successful. Why did he choose to write his latest couple of books? How does he see artificial intelligence today and the emotions that makes us human, which AI doesn't feel? The importance to understand emotions deeply. How I felt so emotionally attached to a venture back in the day and transition from there. We also talked about state of flowing like a river for LC, for me, and my coaches as well. We get into the need for an environment of innovation in India, learning from the rhythms of Silicon Valley, California, from his and my experience as well. We have messages for professionals and builders in the ecosystem. See you inside. I hope you find value, and this is Nitin Dua serving you with love. Hi everyone. Today it's a privilege and honor for me to sit with LC Singh. I met LC a few months ago, introduced by a dear friend, and since then I have gotten a glimpse of his world, but I'm very curious to find out more, and this is one such conversation that enables me to get there, and I hope some of you will find benefit from this conversation.
Thank you, Nitin.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
But I'm curious to hear him as a human. So with that, LC, what I really want to get to is hear from you Who is LC in your own eyes, the way you see it?
Well, I think that's one of the explanations I've tried to give in the Collapse of Illusions, which I'm sure you've browsed through. But the idea is, general perception is that we identify ourselves with some labels, designations, money, power, influence. But that's not what you are actually. And so the humans, to me, I think they're born in holism, that everything is encompassed inside them. But they choose to separate themselves by aligning themselves with a particular name, particular ambition, particular, I'm saying, status, what they think. And in turn, what was a bigger scope of humans, it gets curtailed into an identity, which is anyway artificial. So to me, I think there is a need to understand people that it's all inclusive. There's a complete interdependency. And then, our entire behavior also is controlled by the influence and label that we have put around us. And anybody who tries to enlarge that space in my mind is a friend. He's a friend.
Okay.
I'm saying perception-wise. And anybody who curtails your space, that you're not going to like it. And the degree of cut will define whether you're enemy or, that the definitions basically come on that. So I think that is what I'm doing. And I've just also, the day after tomorrow, releasing my autobiography from 7 years till 77.
Oh, that's lovely.
So the idea is because I come from a humble background, remote village. And first time I saw the city closely of Banaras, that when I came to BHU for admissions. And since then,
So then with all this backdrop, we'll get into that. I really want to get into all of this. But I'll still come back to the question that I originally asked. With all this backdrop of identity and what you described as friend and other formats and labels, how do you see LC in this moment?
I don't think actually anything about me. I'm being completely frank. I always, it's not that people say that you are acting humble. It's not acting at all, because I have to become somebody else to offend somebody. Okay. So I think even I'm saying my professional life, it's not that I don't get angry or I don't get impatient, but it's on the issue. It is never individual. So nobody till now at this age can say that I personally tried to attack somebody. Never. So that's me. I don't think anything about me. Which means I'm nobody actually. There's an awareness. Essentially. So therefore I don't need the appeasement and to say things which they may like. They think, have no meaning.
And to that end, like the meaning, one of the books, as I was sharing with you about my conversation with Jan, the message from you was, oh, he's a big guy. That's the comment that you put. Of course, like he's doing some wonderful things. But in my eyes, like the way I see it, I think we're all human. But at the same time, from the labels perspective that you just described, this book from Robin Sharma, where he described this lawyer, the monk who sold the Ferrari. In fact, that's the note that I mentioned.
Correct.
And that's how, like, when somebody asked me, or when somebody earlier introduced me to you, he kind of gave this. Of course, that's their perception in their head.
But
what do you feel about that?
No, you see,
the monk who sold the Ferrari. What's your take on it?
I'm saying it is flaunting. It says, I'm sure Robin Sharma may not have thought of it. This was done by marketing agency. Because as soon as you say, you're trying to tell you're very rich, so already labeled, and therefore you create a drama by saying that the renunciated, which in many religions is highest level of, I'm saying, growth. I don't think so. So that's why my autobiography book, which is almost 568 pages, done by Wang Win in at least the subcontinent, I say the title is Things We Don't See. So now you guess, I'm saying there's a mistake about it. And when you read the book, you'll realize, you many readers will realize that actually there are so many things we don't understand.
Absolutely.
And then we have awkwardly or differently than they should be behaving.
Yeah, I mean, I do feel and I do see what you see, and I also do not see certain things that I don't see.
Yeah, correct.
And I'm also consciously aware of it. My coach Samir, who had a lot of labels, went past from being a C-suite executive with wonderful degrees, transitioned to being in flow with work he finds meaning in. And I'm so grateful for my own transition in this journey. If you are a professional and looking to go past these labels, transition to meaningful work, it deserves attention. You deserve attention. I invite you to check out duanitin.com. Link is in the description below, and connect with us. So what is it that we don't see about you at the moment? That I know some of it you reveal in the book, but a lot of people...
Whatever I'm saying, if it's not revealed, though in autobiography I have, I think, put everything.
Sure.
And very honestly, my daughters have said that you have said, external people have said that you have not held on to anything. But yeah, I've got to protect sometimes, the identity of people. So that, barring that, I think it's a completely raw truth that is in the book, because also in my mind, I'm saying that to me, hiding that I came from a village, there was no electricity, that I could see the stars.
Oh, yes.
So I'm saying people may twist it around now, that almost making it a virtue.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying that's all the virtue. I just wanted to write honestly. And this is especially for people who are underprivileged in terms of these, means to do it. So all I'm saying, it's shown as a struggle more than anything else. So like I've lived in the slums of Bombay. Okay. So I'm saying it's not that, to learn about, the Bastia, I went and lived there.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So I'm saying there are people who have written books on the Dharavi and so much around Bombay. Slumdog Millionaire itself. But I don't believe in that. It is not to create a virtue.
Sure.
The idea is to put a motivation that life is never goes in straight line, either this or this. It's a zigzag.
Yeah.
Okay? And that is my message. That whichever state you are in, don't fret. It changes.
Yes.
So something is waiting for good things to happen. But if you are good and you are elevated and you become arrogant, then as a rule, it will come down. So I'm saying there's nothing to be being arrogant about.
Yeah.
That's my take.
No, that's very beautifully put. And
you should remain humble, especially when things are bad.
What do you mean by that? Like remain humble when things are bad?
All I'm saying, don't flaunt if you're on the top. Then don't flaunt about your, stature and status. Still, you should know that you're part of everything.
Yeah.
And if something is wrong, you are equally responsible.
Yes.
Whether it's your direct responsibility or not. But that is the concept of Vasudev Kutumbakam.
The word is one family.
Yeah, something understand the meaning of the world is not only humans.
Yes.
Millions of species are there.
The trees right next to us.
Yeah, so they are also part of you. So once you declare the whole earth as a family, Vasudeva is, the earth is a family. So Vasudev Kutumbakam. So all I'm saying is that, then treat. I'm saying, what right I have to critique somebody who is going through a bad time, or maybe, being just arrogant. Yeah. I'm not bothered about that. That's his call. He will face it, or she will face it.
Yeah, no, so many things actually here. I come from a small town myself, and then one of my mentors grew up in a village where there was no electricity, and he, of course, shared a lot with me what it brought to him. Absolutely. And the life, the awareness that it brought to him, especially early on. And we can go into different directions, but, what you just said is, I would say, they're in books, they're in videos sometimes, and I hope it also provides. But it's so hard for people to live. What comes in the way from your experience?
I don't think so. That is ingrained in us that the birth, human birth, is a suffering. I don't agree with it. And anybody who wants to say that, I want to talk to him that or her. Because if that is so, why are we alive? That choice is always with you.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a completely what you call inconsistent with how actually things are.
Yeah. So how can one live with that understanding better?
Drop your. I'm saying that a need to explain and create a stature which is bigger than what I am today. If that urge goes away, you become sincere, do your task and become the task.
Yes.
Okay, and then leave it. What happens?
Yeah.
Don't blame somebody else who doesn't happen. Take in this try. If it succeeds again, don't take it inside that I have done it. That's fine.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Become the task or become whatever the thing that you are.
Whatever you are doing, be that khana kha rahe ho, to become food.
Yeah, but it's definitely easier said than done. That I also, because I have been in that situation, and I also thankfully observed myself in being that state where I could actually be the thing. I can really empathize with my previous version where it was, and that is the state with a lot of people today.
Sure.
And again, like you said, no right to judge, no right to comment. It's just bringing awareness to the fact.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And one thing that I see from your, as you pointed out, the struggle from growing up in the village, being
No, I didn't have a struggle.
Oh, didn't have a struggle at all.
So I'm saying, see, this is exactly what I read the book.
Sure.
I thoroughly enjoyed
Fantastic.
actually that journey.
Yeah.
In the environment, I was there. I thought that is the whole world, and I was extremely happy. That's what I'm trying to say. That even though in adversity, adversity, what did it give me? That I could look at the stars without any pollution and without any electricity, so no light. So I have better history amazed me. That's why, the book itself, the byline is that the story of basically wonder, So, if you look at a star and the galaxies and, and you're not trained because you're just a boy in a remote village. So that imagination and, the flight you take.
Yeah.
No pleasure like that actually today. Today, you have more kind of things, responsibility you have taken knowingly. But since you have taken the responsibility, you cannot run away. But do it then with full of your ability.
Yeah. I see the hunger also coming from somewhere. Like maybe it was the slums, maybe it was something else. Of course, the curiosity as a child, and when I see my child, the palpable joy and the wonder and the curiosity is something that I look forward to emulating all the time. And again, as you said, stars or be the seed of this plant right here, the way it just gets into this plant and then eventually does its thing is just so magical if you are present to it, of course.
No, in fact, not just one plant. Every species. Every species is miracle. Understand that. Now, if you can't see miracle and get amazed, and then God help you. What can I say? It's a bad luck.
Yeah.
It's an amazing world. But
so the idea is to get
the idea
is to get more people to that eyes that they can enjoy that beauty and that joy that is always ever present, but we have to open up.
Hey, all my hobbies are same. That's why for exploration.
Yeah.
To looking at the stars.
Absolutely.
Okay. Scripting. I learned scripting. I'm not a Bollywood guy, but I learned scripting. Story writing I used to do. Okay, so that was there anyway. And then the philosophy of whatever I'm doing, I will enjoy doing it, basically.
And how has that, how's this hunger from where you were to then, I think I remember in your history that you were with TCS for 17 years. Yeah. And then, you went on to do one more role, I think a couple of years, and then you became a founder.
You will not believe.
Yeah.
Nitin, I never have anger, actually.
Even till this day?
Absolutely. There's no hunger. Okay. Hunger means you are already possessed by something.
Yeah.
That means your future is dependent whether that thing happens or not.
Sure.
I don't do that
at all. Is it in retrospect or was it actively that you never saw?
Okay. That's why I said the village. I used to as much enjoy. I enjoy today. Yeah. And also, many people say, after all, Nihilent I started. And still I'm saying it's a moderate, mid-sized company. Okay, but I was very clear. I don't want to do body shopping. I will create IP, breakthroughs, And even if it takes 200 years, 100 years,
They'll continue.
ideas to first survive as a species, because companies are nothing but a species. Okay? Because they are living companies. So if I can create a living company, somebody will come and do the finishing job.
Yeah.
The foundation has to be right. That's why humanizing technology. What is the point of technology which is not for the benefit of humans? So that is what I believe in, and I live by that.
So what got you from like where you were to the corporate, and then also the transition from the 17 years to creating Nihilent?
You should read the book.
I would, but I would encourage more people to get a sense of that so that they get
Sure.
curious on what comes next.
See, I also believe one thing, that while a number of things that is in your control to act, there are some things that's not in your control. And in the book, actually, if you read, you'll see it, that the life of slums, even though I was in State Bank of India, grade 1 officer, okay? But from there, it was I just left, okay, the job, but it was not hunger, it was restlessness. So there's a difference, I'm saying.
Sure.
So I'm saying, the work, the way State Bank used to work was very, to my speed, very slow. Means if you wanted to work for 30 years and retire, would have been ideal, actually. And one of the best moments, I'll tell you, State Bank, I had left, and one of my MIS head at CEO, he was Mr. Padmanabhan. And obviously, when I left, people didn't like, because I just went to Ministry of Finance in Iran at that time.
Okay.
But the best compliment was after 10 years, when I was in TCS. One day I got a call from Pattabhiraman. His name was Pattabhiraman. I was called Pattabi. Pattabi called and he learned about me in TCS. And he said, he called me up and he said, LC, I think you were wrong. You did the perfect thing by leaving State Bank of India. So I'm saying I left, and then I went to Iran. Now, who knew that the most stable monarchy, kind of, in 2 years, that changed. Yeah, something else came. And then I came back to the same slums again. So now think of, there was plenty of room. And now when I think of that, I must have been devastated. You leave State Bank of India, go hunting for something else. In 2 years, revolution hua. You have to come back. And because unka housing and everything was a fair employee. So as soon as that happened, my queue also was gone. So I had to come back to the same slum. But did I repent? No, I didn't. Because I thought the learning which I had in Tehran, there was no shortcut. There's a reviewer right now reading. He sent me a 3-liner saying that the whole episode about the 2 years in Iran is like a thriller. He's quote, and he's a film critic and everything, a known guy.
No, absolutely. I'm sure I look forward to reading it also.
Yeah, you must read it.
And what I'm curious like then is, you use this word restless, and it's different from the other word.
Correct.
The hunger. What was restlessness? How do you describe what was going on?
Like if I'm saying that we have been trained by circumstances, situations which was not in our control to become technologists. I was a chemical engineer. I even worked as a trainee and not worked actually on 3 months in Baroni Oil Refinery. The far more idea was to go there. Okay? But it didn't happen. Instead, I joined technology. Now, if I'm in technology, I'll keep on exploring what is the best it can be used for, especially for humans and everybody. And that's what I'm saying. Restlessness is to give that what can be done using technology. Because also I'm aware that I'm not going to live forever. So therefore I had to inculcate, and Harry is that let's do something, to give something different to society.
Are you restless about something right now?
Right now, I mean, for this moment?
This moment.
No, this is relaxed. You're sitting in the resort.
But anything that you feel that you could get out in front of more people? As you said, I mean, technology for the betterment. Is there something like that?
No, if I am with you, then I'm with you.
Yeah. That is the most beautiful part.
So yeah, so I'll never, people who met me, they met me on the way as organizer.
I know.
Kumar and those
Yes. I met him in the morning. And,
so all I'm saying is that's what matters. Whatever you do with excellence. Do it for the benefits of the society and especially humans, and not limited to humans. While kind of giving comfort to humans, don't create imbalance in the other part. So imagine, these facilities, they are so magnificent. But how many species have been displaced?
Yeah.
As a human, we should be just aware of that. That we are not the ultimate creation of whatever you call it.
How have
nature
you gone about building this muscle, if I can call it a muscle?
No, that's what I'm saying. I never make an effort.
Okay.
Things happen. I believe in spontaneity. It appealed to me, I'm doing it. There's no judgment. Okay? People who wanted to join, they joined me. They went from TCS, Zensar. So that's what matters actually. But it's like a river. Allow it to flow. Not to create roadblocks.
Have you always been like this?
Yeah, always.
So you've always been like this, flowing like a river. That's a beautiful state to be.
Now, once I'll tell you, one of very senior consultant in TCS, he was talking to Kohli and he related to me. I wasn't there. So he says he asked Kohli that कुछ हमारा जिक्र हुआ गेस्ट हाउस ट्रांजिट क्वार्टर में. So he said, but don't you think, purposely he was pulling, even though he was a friend. So he says, Mr. Kohli, don't you think he's too mild and kind of, that aggression is required? I don't find it. So he says, if he's able to do things without shouting and without raising him, creating discomfort to him, what better person you can get? So, and I've not repeated this, not even in the book, but I'm just saying that what rewards you're talking about, that's far bigger compliment than you can get.
Yeah, no, anywhere, absolutely. And since a lot of your time, from what I've observed, has gone in some form of work, whether it's in Nihilent creation or prior to that in TCS or the work that you did in Iran, how do you see work itself right now? Like, what's its importance and how do you align if there is
allocation of time? That's the time management. When I'm in office, it's only office, basically. Then humanizing technology, all the IPs, products, customers, they occupy the space. But every day, whether I was writing the script of Banaras, whether I wrote all these books, 2 books now.
Yeah.
They were not done in office time.
Yeah.
But as a discipline, every day 8 to 10 p.m. reserved for your creative work. So the book that I'm referring to, it took 4 months, but I completed.
No, absolutely. I think when all this concept of writer's block and everything just came into existing as a narrative, I feel if you got to do something, you got to do something. But I'm curious to see, how do you see broadly, work, the meaning that you derive from work, if that is something that you think of, and also, the role that it plays in your broader context of life. Because I genuinely feel there is this potential. If we're able to unlock that, I think it creates far enriching experiences, not just for the individual, but the people that you get to touch.
I'll tell you, some time back, some press guy was meeting a common friend, and they thought I'm too quiet. Means professionally, I used to be in the newspaper almost every week. Okay. Even I was in TCS, because they are so I was the front. After that, if you are already, means your appetite is there for it now. Sure. But after that, it never missed. Okay, I never missed that publicity. And so to me,
I never missed being in front of the press or other things as a
no, press to karte the. But I'm saying, in the sense that when start Nihilent, you're not going to get the same coverage which everybody used to come and queue up.
Yeah.
यहाँ पे आपको PR agency, they have to do it.
Yes.
Part of it. So I'm saying, so I was never greedy that I should get famous. If I've done my job, honestly, sincerely, that is the reward in itself.
100%.
To me, the biggest reward is not listing in the Bombay Exchange or NASDAQ. Okay. Yeah, sometime I'm saying the companies organize and I feel that is done and it should benefit to get past even financial job. That's we'll do it. But I'm not obsessed with it.
Sure.
So twice my CFO and some of my CEOs and others, we actually filed the red herring prospectus. But I saw that the people who were doing the evaluation, they had no clue about the model that I was trying. They know the same spreadsheet model. Okay, how many bodies, how many offshore run. I said, then there's no point in listing because then you'll compel me to from first quarter onward and will not be what I want to be. And then if this is what I had to do, I would have continued in TCS. And it was not easy for them to leave me also. They tried to persuade me a lot. Zensar also, same thing. Okay, so all I'm saying is that I did by choice.
And what was that choice? Like, what made you transition? What was the restlessness? What was beyond
Basically, I'm doing the freedom of doing what I want to without being judged.
Okay.
That's all.
Yeah, and I think, is that something that you found meaning in? Like,
absolutely,
having the freedom.
To me, that is the Zen.
Okay. Yeah. We have a lot of people who are professionals at the moment working for corporates.
Correct.
And again, in some fantastic places. But a lot of them come to this point. In fact, I have experienced that myself in my own corporate journey.
Right.
Where there is this longing for a deeper meaning. And it sets you on a path which may not look... I mean, the identity, as you described, will have to be very, very different. And you have to go to the new identity with utmost sincerity.
Basically, I mentioned to you one question used to haunt me right from beginning.
Yeah.
Looking at the stars and thinking that stars continue, they will remain.
Yeah.
But what will happen to me? That used to be the major disturbing factor in my life in those days.
So stars will continue living like that, or you can keep seeing them?
No,
what happens to you?
No, I'm saying the question is all this आपका physicality will remain after you're gone. So the idea of that fear factor, and not even fear, intrigue, I would say.
Intrigue.
To understand, then who am I? Yeah. These guys, can live forever.
Yeah.
Almost. And then I die. I came here, and then I die. So what am I? What is my behavior? What is religion? What is philosophy? What is existentialism? So that thought came, and that's how I started reading everything.
And this came...
Didn't find any answer anywhere. Because the answer is only within you.
Yes. And when did this question came to you? The who am I?
7 years.
At 7 years?
Not this one, but the question is what happens to me after death. Is in some form or the other, I'll continue. That means even if not this birth, I die. But another birth comes in. If I was only assured, even if there's no interaction, there's no memory also. But if assurance was given that I'll come back, that will give relief, and that's where the religion comes. That's exactly what religion tries to do. But is that the truth? I doubt. Okay.
Yeah, and when did this question of who am I came?
Who am I then? As soon as I reached Banaras. Banaras is who am I was asked by many prophets there.
Yeah.
तो कुछ भी नहीं है.
Correct.
And they found their path separately.
Yeah. I mean,
Banaras is the only beauty, that different people came, adopted different path, reached the same destination.
Thankfully, I can see what you mean.
Yeah.
And it's, you come through different roundabouts, but ultimately we get to a common answer eventually. Do you still, did you get the answers of the stars now?
I came to terms with life, which is what basically the Vasudev was. And that's why, after coming to terms with life, you get peace. So I think somewhere in 90s, I came to terms, I realized that what life was.
And 90s is what you were doing professionally at that
I was in TCS.
20 years. So you got that
TCS, Zensar, 2 years I was there.
Okay.
That was a public company. I was also on the board of Datacraft Asia, Singapore, the domestic data company.
Got it.
Which is now part of NTT.
So you mentioned a couple of times Banaras and also the transition right from there. So one was this longing for freedom. Is there anything else there that sort of you derive meaning from? And somebody who's at this cusp, because a lot of people who are watching, they are also at this cusp of trying to make sense and trying to find the meaning, and also are very highly capable, skilled, have high agency, but maybe having that restlessness that you described.
Sure.
And maybe more. right? How does one navigate that?
First thing you have to come to the terms with life. That if something doesn't go your way, and you despair, then you are in the trap.
The trap of the mind or some other trap?
No, I'm saying that your whole existence is a trap then, because you'll never be peaceful, and the only state truly that matters is peace, not happiness, which is very American. Be happy, eat, drink, be happy. That's fine, but that's not actually what the ultimate state is. The state is happiness, peace. So I'm saying that just give up. If something doesn't happen, it's okay. What big deal? Life existence is unlimited. Life is okay.
So if you can arrive at that foundation of peace and stillness and everything else that comes with it, I think.
Exactly,
And you mentioned about Banaras. I'm curious to see this person who is in the midst of technology now suddenly gets into script writing and of all the places. I mean, did you have any prior link with Banaras that got you interested in Banaras?
No, I come very close to Banaras.
From the IIT-BHU days?
IIT-BHU, absolutely,
Was that the first interaction with Banaras?
Yes, absolutely. But we used to know the mystique of Banaras. I was about 72 kilometers away. My home was.
Your home was.
But we never went because there was no transportation. I mean, just to catch a bus, private bus, I used to travel about 9-10 kilometers if you wanted to go out of your village and get a bus.
So there was something out there, but you didn't get a chance to explore, go deep because of whatever situations that you were in.
No, but I don't blame you. That's what I got. People living in the city, they'll never get it.
No, absolutely.
So that's what I'm saying. There's a certain amount of destiny which plays. So you cannot control everything.
So was Banaras a destiny for you, like in the way it happened for script writing?
Or I'm thinking more destiny happens technology. That I landed up actually in information technology. BHU though still anyway, the only tragedy was I thought I hated, the numbers. And then I thought I'm going chemical engineering, so maths will be less. The chemistry formula and all will be there. And number one, chemistry actually ends when engineering starts. It is the beginning actually of industry, the chemical industry. Your chemistry has stopped. That was my first disappointment actually. So that was the bigger, I would say, play of destiny.
Sure.
BHU, if not, some other else happened. But the fact is that I got admission in Banaras. Certainly, that. Too, there must be a reason for it.
And what was their experience like? The creative experience of script writing and understanding Banaras.
See, whichever subject I go, then I want to know everything that can be known about it. Okay. So if I went to Banaras, I have to explore everything, right from Aghoris, Sarnath, if you include Mahavir Jain, then Kabir, Tulsidas. Okay, and then of course Baba Vishwanath, what is called Kal Bhairav and Baba Vishwanath. So I explored all basically. Manikandika mein bhi karte the and Dataswamed mein.
It's just fascinating. It's its own podcast in itself. But just out of curiosity, what did you learn that you take with you today of the Banaras experience?
It was very metaphoric, but not the images. So once I was standing on the other side of Ganges, and Manikandika, which is the death ghat, and
I've been there. I'm aware.
Okay, and then the Dataswamed Ghat, where Aarti and everything takes place now. I was on the other side. I could see both, and that actually shook me. In that between life and death, because Dataswamed is a place where you come and ask for a child and other things. So the birth, even before birth, it happens there, and the death happens there. All the distance is not even a kilometer.
Where was the birth happening?
At the Dataswamed Ghat, I'm saying, is known for creative, which means happening. Aarti hoti hai, appeasement hota hai. People who want a child or something like that, they come and pray there. They come and pray there.
Got it.
So then you are blessed, let's say, for assumption's sake, and then you got a child. So traveling from this ghat to Manikandika takes a lifetime now. That should humble anybody.
Yeah.
That gave Banaras. That's what gave me.
How do you integrate that in your life with that understanding?
See, once your fear is gone, fear of death, that's exactly what I'm saying. Earlier I mentioned to you that every religion almost, talks about the despairness of human life. I don't agree with it. I think it's a massive opportunity to be human, and also to empower the whole humanity if you can. Okay, to see that truth. That death has no meaning. It's like a machine, We are growing. I mean, it's stupid. If I live for 100 years, half of my organs will not be working. Anyway, some of it start disappearing. So I'm saying, recognize there's nothing. It's a humbling thought. And after humbling, I'm saying about being humbled, then what is left? For whom are you going to impress?
Yeah, I mean, two things come to mind here. One is, I'm genuinely very humbled hearing what you've shared so far on the mission that we have, that we get an opportunity to do something about, to empower, and whoever we get to from this conversation as well, with this mission of Do Serve Love. Of course, we are trying to do our best for professionals to run with that context. But what is another thing that I take away from you is how you have gone about learning itself, whichever subject you've gotten into, and you've gotten into quite depth of it.
Yeah, so photography, I didn't, it triggered basically. And then I read one book of Ansel Adams. Then I bought several books of Ansel Adams. Then I started looking for all the professional photographers who have written books. So I got about 70 books. I read before I lifted the camera, I just shoot.
What's your method of learning? What has worked for you?
Whichever way, I'm saying.
Okay.
If I have to learn from somebody, I have no hesitation. From small people. In fact, you can learn from everybody. There's something special about every human being.
Yeah.
It is your job to discover what that is, basically.
It takes, quite a long time for the individual himself.
If they can come to terms with life, that you will die. Okay, not. Problem is, if you have heard Mahabharata, the Yaksha, he says, what is the biggest surprise in the world? And the Yudhishthira says that every day we see people die, and yet we believe individually that we want. This is not for us.
Yeah, I mean, I got really humbled when I experienced, which is one of the reasons this started, when I experienced my mother's death very closely. And that brought me very close to death, understanding death and life in a whole new meaning. And I'm grateful for it in the sense that it made me more alive till the time we are here.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
But at the same time, you use this word impress just a while ago. Who's worth impressing, if anything?
Nobody. You should impress yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
not by ego.
Yes.
By understanding.
Yeah. And the version that you were before, or the version that you're becoming?
No, I'm saying, first thing, I don't think I ever had, the ambition and positioning ourselves that it will make me happy. I've never done anything to make me happy. So all I'm saying, my entire journey has been to understand the nature of life, basically. What is in my control, what is not in your control. So, like quantum, like you've seen the book of Sapolsky.
I have not actually.
Robert Sapolsky has written, the life without free will.
Sure.
Yeah. Living life without free will. So all I'm saying, you're put in a situation, accept it. Okay. Yeah. If you feel you have that talent, apply your best. Even if it doesn't happen, who cares? And even if tragedy happens, so take it. Yeah. We love drama, which has maximum, emotions.
Yes.
Right? Film also. So all I'm saying, why are you scared with life? That's what actually you enjoy doing it. So good, bad, everything you must enjoy.
So what is it about? I know you are trying to understand, or you have understood emotions quite deeply. You have an initiative on that also that we talked about.
Correct. Yes.
And we just brought about the emotions in a movie or the drama of life. Why is emotions important to understand?
Again, I think it's very detailed working is shown in The Collapse of Illusions, the book earlier in November, where you kindly came there.
And I keep the mug with me on my desk to keep me front and center.
Yeah. So then I think the way humans are, I'm not saying should be,
Yeah.
they are a bundle of fear.
They are?
In Krishnamurti's word, they are nothing but bundle of fear.
Humans.
It's not my statement.
Jiddu Krishnamurti.
No, I'm saying that, that quote is there. But I'm saying that in actuality, in actual position, we are all bundle of fear. Somebody who can break away from it is salvation.
Is it only fear or something else?
Fear, every other emotion is a dialect of fear. So some are a kind of reactive. I get angry, you need chemicals to deal with it. So the cortisol and all that things come in. So they try to cope. But long-term effect of that is bad. Okay. So
long-term effect of being in a state of
heightened emotion.
Heightened emotions.
Yeah, negative emotions, what you call. You can go into depression. You can go into become arrogant.
Do you see
become
emotions
egoistic.
as negative, positive? Is that the way you see it?
No. There's nothing like not. There's a necessity to basically fight with the fear. So they are a necessary condition. So if fear was not ingrained in you when you are born, you will die next moment. So in order for life to continue, it was important that fear was injected in you by the creation.
So it's a feature, not a bug.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We start enhancing it and we are mistaken. The idea was that once you become, knowledgeable enough, drop that. Fear should not be there. Because initially there's no protection. Even you are not developed.
Yeah.
Your thinking is not developed. But the problem is that crutch, which I called, that we keep on creating. That is this philosophy or Punarjan or, the religions, they are basically trying to cope with that fear factor basically. And you can, I don't want to name an institution, but every institution is basically based on eliminating your fear. Whether it happens or not, I don't know. I don't want to make claims. So everybody, essentially, they have promised to you that they can, if you go to them, they will eliminate your fear. That's all.
And here institution, like you're referring to a few things.
Whatever institutions, wherever I'm saying, when it is promised to give you peace, okay, then that's a trade, isn't it?
What do you mean by that?
I'm saying that then, you are under the premise of salvation or peace, basically. Okay? You are attracting wealth from others who are essentially in fear. That's why they're coming to you. So all such institutions exploit fear, basically. Even in corporate life, you need stress. That restlessness I'm referring to.
Yeah.
So don't relate to the stress that is. But the idea is that if you are satisfied with your kind of state, then change doesn't happen. That's the argued philosophy of people because they are all in fear. There's no commentary on people who acknowledge they are in fear and they go to whatever I'm saying, establishment.
What is the reason to understand emotions better? Like, why should one care?
Because if you don't, you will die in the very moment. So the very fact is that, let's say the accident happened, life was born. So what should have been the normal course? Should have died. If miracle happened, chemical soup, lightning, okay, life got formed. Then why did it continue? Okay? So there was a mechanism working. Now I'm saying. And don't call God and all. I'm saying the mechanism was intelligent enough, realized that accident to ho gaya, miracle, but it will last. The way it came, it will go away. Yet life stayed. And the probability was 10 raised to the power of 40,000. 1:2.
Yeah.
So it's impossible still. So therefore, I'm saying the fear was ingrained with you with an identity, saying that you are separate than others. Okay? So separation happened there. Aham Brahmasmi wahin pe dilute ho gaya. Because now you are protecting yourself from the environment. No, you want to eat, you are scared of something. Which
So then you have to come back to it.
So the fear basically. So now in that I'm saying the emotion is required. Like if you come face to face with a lion or something, you should know. Because your emotions will be, the fear will be overpowering. So all those things I'm saying is the institution, the life needed fear. But it should not be, one should not cling on it.
Sure.
Basically, that's all.
And what is true intelligence with respect to emotions?
True intelligence means?
It is intelligence in various forms.
Yeah.
There is cognitive intelligence. And then in this space, then we are talking about emotions.
Correct.
What does intelligence look like?
No, intelligence would look like that. Can't you see that it was ingrained in you for a purpose? Now that time is gone. Now you can take care of yourself without being, obsessed with fear. Okay, so drop it. And if you don't, I'm saying drop it. Then it's like somebody, a child is given a walker. Okay, just imagine if in 20 years he's still walking with a walker.
Yeah.
That is the state of affairs of people now. So drop the
Things
crutches. Yeah, exactly.
So you mentioned also throughout this conversation some element of behavior. And I've spent a lot of time in health, so behavior becomes a big shift that people have to undertake. And we also empower on the health front. Have you found out a way to behave differently?
Yes, of course.
Or let's say shift the behavior that you have been carrying, the crutch that you just described or the walker, 20 years. How do you shift from that conditioning to dropping the...
Nitin, the point is, if you try something, then already you are, I'm saying, is the half-truth. Or you don't have to. If you understand the reality, it will automatically happen. Fear will go away. Once you significance of the vitality of the death, okay, if you can understand, that's like literally now I'm saying even Gita and everywhere, so it's like changing cloth. So would you like to live like, organs failing, can't walk, all time you are scared, you need help from others?
Sure.
Would you like to live that life? If not, then what is the big deal about death?
Were you fearing at the time when you were creating a venture? Nihilent, you wanted to get to freedom.
No, I would have never. If I would have never created, I would work for top companies. I was in the almost highest position. I was running a public company.
Did you have fear like when you were leaving that and starting something that you don't know?
No, I have always confidence.
Okay.
Yeah, I never doubted. Even with 911, everything happened. When bubble burst happened, all that happened. The trace of even a semblance of that fear wasn't there.
Okay.
I knew we'll survive.
And how did you survive?
I don't know. No, survive means we survived. That's all.
With your?
We survived.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. So that Aham Brahmasmi now. So if you have that confidence, then what are you scared of? But look at.
So for somebody who is transitioning to the new state that they don't identify yet within this uncertainty and they are gripped by fear, how can they break through the shackle right now?
Then shouldn't have started. Simple.
Shouldn't have started.
I mean, I started by choice. No? I had offers that people can't believe even before starting the company.
Yeah.
There were 4 Mende guys had come from America, Silicon Valley, and they were trying to persuade me, saying that you become now the shareholder and basically founder and the CEO. And we'll buy 10 to 12 companies and we'll list it, basically. Money, intent was making money because, the bubble was going on now.
And I want to also understand, there was this news that I read somewhere that you bought back, putting 2,600 crores, some piece
to
back.
gain freedom.
To gain freedom again.
Yeah.
What made you successful, or what made you come this far?
Let me just answer the one thing.
Yeah.
About number of very close friends internationally, they advised me not to.
Yeah.
So take your money.
Yeah.
Your age is now 75, 76. You have crossed. What are you chasing?
Yeah.
So I'm saying
So what are you chasing?
that's exactly what I'm not chasing anything at all.
Yeah.
Okay, it had to be done, so I did that. That's it.
It had to be done for your peace.
Free.
For your
freedom. Peace, I'm always at peace. Even
For your freedom.
freedom is basically what I want to do. I didn't go listing because of that. Because they will curtail the freedom. Because if people don't understand what I'm talking about, then what is the point of working with them?
Yeah. So it gets entangled. Sometimes not by choice, but just the way it happens.
That happened when I got into State Bank of India. I got my training at IBM. I met Osho. He used to be outside Rajneesh.
Okay.
So since I'd come from Banaras, so Cross Maidan, I have heard almost a month every day his lectures.
When was that?
Then I realized it became commercial, so dropped him.
Okay. When was this?
This was 71.
And you met him somewhere in Europe?
Yeah, Cross Maidan, Bombay.
Was there any learning that you had from that time before?
Yes. One thing which I'll never forget is that the perspective. He said there's nothing right and wrong. It depends on who is interpreting and whose side you are.
Yeah.
So it's not the absolute truth.
The beauty of these conversations is perspectives.
Yeah.
So that's what we try to gather from diverse people.
Correct.
And you see for what works for you, but at least you see the other aspect to it.
Absolutely.
The way you haven't probably so far. But just coming back, let's see if you have to look how far you've come, particularly in the context of the venture that you created, Nihilent. What would you attribute that to?
I've never come, by the way, anywhere. I'm saying it's like a
Or the value that you create for people.
river bed hoti hai na?
Yeah.
It doesn't move. Okay. The water flows. So my life is settled like the river. Flow hota hai, whatever I'm saying, action I've taken, there's a flow.
Yeah.
I'll allow it, the spontaneity. That's it.
So if people want to learn from your lived experience and this flow, particularly in the context,
That's why I've written the book.
yes, they will come to it. Please go ahead and check it out.
Yeah,
but
please.
in one moment, I want to understand the value creation that you did. Maybe not for your own self entirely, but for the people that you engage with.
I feel good about it.
Yeah, you feel good about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if somebody has to take that learning of many years of you operating like that, and they are at the initial juncture right now, what can they, besides the Vasudev Kutumbakam aspect, is there anything that they can, and also, as you already mentioned, not doubting, is there anything else that's an important ingredient that you want the folks to remember?
See, only thing I'm saying, don't get married meaning not marriage. Don't get married to an idea. So that doesn't happen, it hurts you then. Okay. Now you'll say you're talking about Buddhism, but that's the truth. That emotions will come, career will come, but allow it. Don't get attached. Detachment is actually the true philosophy, true way of doing things. And so somebody actually, not now, somebody had asked me a long time back. So how does it feel to be successful? I said, you think I'm successful? As long as I'm chasing, I'm saying to happen. Where is the success? So there's no destination called success. Okay, and that's the illness. You are able to feed your family well. You're not happy. Still, you're not at peace.
Yes.
Okay, so you belong, you're admired, you have children, everything, and still you're not peaceful. Okay.
No, actually, and I feel because to be honest, as you were speaking, I'm trying to be fully present with you.
Sure.
But it reminded me of that time when I was married to something so deeply.
Right.
And when it didn't happen in the way I anticipated, the attachment really brought different emotions that I didn't learn by that time.
One thing I have to do there. Writing a script has one advantage. When you write a script, number one, you write in present tense always. Okay. So it's never a past. Events you are witnessing and writing by definition.
Okay.
Script is in present tense always. Okay. The boy gets up and walks to the door. It will never return the whole story ho gaya aapka.
Yeah, got it.
So all I'm saying is that there is a certain amount of drama okay, which you will have to witness, not your choice. Okay, but you look inside that what is it that actually want you to do. Don't be victim to just being a billionaire or objective is always in monetary terms. That's never been my objective.
Yeah. No, I mean, and
Define yourself, na?
define yourself.
Define yourself and create that peace. Yeah, that's all. Once you're peaceful, then the whole world is beautiful.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And so I know the book is coming out, as you said.
It's already there.
Why did you choose to write it now, and why put it out now?
That was basically, I would say again, destiny. So one day out of blue, a retired basically newspaper sub-editor approached me saying that LC, she's from Pune. So she came to me and she knows me for a long time, at least 30 years nahi ho gaya. So she said, LC, why don't you write? There's so much you have done. Okay, why don't you write? I never thought, by the way, it never occurred to me what I've done till now. Okay, but I think she reminded me, I think it's worth writing. And I said, tum likho. I'll tell you this, but I don't have so much time. He said that, give me 1 week total, okay, in parts, but total 1 week of yours, and I'll write. I said, okay, start writing. So it didn't happen that I'm saying destiny played the role. Somebody, I didn't ask her. So she came, she wrote and brought 20 pages to me based on what description I had given to her in first sitting. So I didn't like it because that's not how I lived the life. No.
That's not how you see you have lived the life.
Yeah, so I'm saying that is not, in retrospect or whatever, because that experience of joy and being that what you were doing, she was not able to capture.
Yeah.
So she said, I told her, this is not, I don't want adulation. There's nothing to be adulation about. There's so many big benchmarks, success ka, that nobody can ever benchmark himself and say they're supreme. Okay? If that was so, why would Jesus Christ be, crucified? So all I'm saying is that allow yourself expressed. So what is your passion inside, which naturally makes the time disappear.
Yeah.
So any act where the time and space disappears is the thing you should be doing.
So that hits so much and hits home. And on that note, I also want to understand your perspective on fulfillment. How do you see fulfillment?
Fulfillment automatically comes if there is a peace. Because your desires and everything have taken backseat. So you're not obsessed. You're not. You do work. You have an objective. We have been a patent MCQ on that. But define an objective and then pursue people, process, technology, change together. And that's how things should happen.
All these years that you've lived, is there any question that you feel is worth asking that nobody has asked you? What is that question?
See, the problem is when you are in peace, all this relevance of these things just go away. So the question doesn't even arise in my mind. Because there's something I still have to. As I said, I think elsewhere also, that to me, the most pleasuresome time I spend is when I'm learning something new. So I admit I don't know everything. Okay? So, and that gives such an opportunity, such a beautiful moment. You are learning something which you never knew about.
What are you learning about now?
Right now I have to launch 2 products, 2 of my books, okay, and run the company also. So it's fairly busy time.
And how do you think about AI? You're in the midst of technology, all this is playing out.
Yeah.
What?
Also writing a script.
Script on AI?
Yeah. No. On a movie.
It's a movie.
Yeah.
Okay. I won't ask what that movie is about.
Yeah,
I'll let that play out on its own time.
Really, yeah.
But I just want to get the parting thoughts on your views on what's on everybody's mind at the moment, AI. How do you think about AI and what role does it have today and what it does not serve?
I think AI has been long due. We were promised that in 70s.
Yeah.
That 80s your tea will be solved by a robot.
Yeah.
So I've been quite frankly very disappointed.
Yeah.
with the progress and the pace.
And so is Jan. I mean, he said, there have been multiple reputations. I've been doing it for 3 years.
Exactly. So now I have very decent relationship with AI tools, and also realization that's only the half story. So if I'm talking about humanizing technology, how do I also humanize the technology? So AI, if that is the technology, how do I humanize it? And hence, what makes us human? Emotions, which AI can never do it.
Never.
Because it can't feel. Humans feeling starts with feeling.
Yeah.
Okay, which AI will never. They cannot feel. They can simulate, but they will not feel. So they will never have that pleasure of existence. That's the problem. Sheer pleasure of.
And do you think it's never?
It's infeasible, I'm saying. Because machine cannot have emotions. I can simulate it to look like, but it won't be. What actually I wish that if I had more time in life, should create an environment of innovation. AI is just one. We have all the brain in the country, the entire opportunity, very stable government, sensible people at the helm. They want to, intent is there. But somewhere I'm saying that ecosystem is not developing. Okay? That, for instance, when you go in Silicon Valley, I can feel that rhythm. Even 3 days I go and I can feel different. So I can't even put my hand on. But there is that rhythm. Unless that happens, the idea development in the country is always a mirage.
A mirage. So I was grateful. Again, this happened with me in Silicon Valley, where I was part of, shaping up innovation practices for larger companies, both in large companies as well as startup ventures. But what needs to happen? I mean, there's a lot that's shifting right now in the way we see India.
Oh, initiatives are going on.
What needs to happen so that
people are, there's a lot of funds now from Government of India for startups and MSMEs and all. But frankly, that the intent from top is there, but the machinery, bureaucracy, machinery.
Are you able to do something within your construct, given that you have access to capital, people, and things? Is there something that you are putting things towards?
No, I don't have that kind of power to be able to do that. Okay. I'm being frank. The means which is required to do that.
What is required?
The means, basically.
What is means here?
Means is basically you're saying that first to create the environment that people stop chasing $1 billion company. Okay, that's number one. That message is for entrepreneurs. Don't chase that.
Please,
that will happen.
If any entrepreneurs here, please do pay attention to this message. Whatever it means to you, the chase just never stops, right?
But chase should not be, I'm saying, measured in
billions of dollars.
Yeah. Change should be that what is the effect you created.
Yes.
Your technology, what did it create? Second thing is, I'm saying, educating the P's of India. I'm not referring outside. Venture capitalists of India, P's of India. They have to be also, I'm saying, play a big role in being available, guide them. So the idea is that the ecosystem takes lots of things. Okay? And that tulip gardens, Amsterdam is not the only place it could have grown. It could have happened anywhere. But they created the entire mechanism and ecosystem to nurture. That's how they could. That's true for almost everything. Yeah. So I'm saying that the creation of environment where funds are available on the quality of thinking. Now I'm saying there are TV programs, but that's more for drama. Okay, then actually they help the people, and Ty and all are doing good job. They're mentoring and all. I also agree to participate in design thinking that they want to do.
So what you're saying is there's probably need for more script than stories.
Yeah, you need action now.
Yeah, I hope. And by the way, none of us, with this disclaimer, we are not judging what has happened. We're just putting out our perspective.
No, absolutely.
You take whatever you can, but hopefully we can be in action, writing the script.
Absolutely.
Whoever feels that they can be in that space to nudge.
So
Yeah.
in the end, I would say that to me, the life has been fun.
Fun.
Absolutely. And within that fun, one of the most enjoyable moments were when I was learning something new. Whether photography, whether script writing, whether story, whether creating IPs and products,
Yeah.
whether marketing passionately about something you believe in. And so I'm saying that, yes, there will be sine curve going up and down, but then it makes you richer.
Yeah.
If you experience only good things in life, then you're not complete. So I think that's my message, that don't be scared of something if it's at this moment adverse to your ideas.
Sure.
Okay? The time changes. Okay? Again, your moment will come. So have that confidence from inner, that if you have a conviction, then I think you'll succeed. Rest then will follow, because there is enough material to learn almost on anything.
Anything, yeah.
Basically. So we are living in a blessed time, and I think capitalize on that and create one of the most enviable industry right in India.
Yeah. No, that's a beautiful note to sort of end this on. And I must say, thank you for being very gracious with your time. I requested 30 minutes, but we have.
I didn't even look at it.
Yeah, so that's the beauty of, for me also, just flowing with time.
Sure. No.
And I'm grateful that you felt this way.
Sure.
So thank you for this time.
My pleasure.
Again, this is Nitin Dua, serving you with love. So here are a few moments of my gratitude, and I promise to keep this under a minute. Thank you for being here. What you see now on the screen are kind words from one of my coachees, who's a US-based executive, and he transitioned from playing a technical role as a senior director in a large corporate to now building his new creative venture that he finds meaning in. I'm so proud of him and what he's creating, and appreciate his genuine feelings expressed through his testimonial here as we worked in the coaching journey together and explored the setbacks, self-trust, identity, and the next chapter for him and his ventures creation and the go-to-market. If you are a senior professional aspiring to transition to something that's meaningful to you, I welcome you to check duanitin.com to see my own transition and of many others and connect with us. Link is in the description below. And this is Nitin Dua, serving you with love.